If you're thinking of moving to Savannah, Georgia in 2025, hold on. Don't do anything until you watch this. I spent hours researching what's going on in the market right now, and I'm actually surprised. I'm talking about prices, inventory, how long our house is taking to sell, and a bunch of stuff that I'm about to answer. If you don't know me, I'm Luis Bruno. I am a realtor down here in Savannah, and for the last 9 years, I've helped hundreds of people just like you from out of the state relocate to Savannah. So let's start with this. Are houses in Savannah still selling? Or is the market slowing down? Because when the market slows down, buyers get picky and the sellers get nervous. So here's what's happening right now. If you combine Chatham County, Bryan County, and Effingham County, which is the Savannah, Georgia metropolitan area, there are 2,113 homes for sale right now. And get this, there are another 1,010 homes under contract as I speak. Now that means that people are still buying houses. Now check this out. Between the first day of this year all the way to the end of May, there were 2,704 residential sales among the 3 counties. And by the way, that's only 12% fewer sales. So for all of you guys who have been saying,
there's no one buying in this market, I don't know, things are slowing down, no one is buying.
Well, the only difference is 12%. So let's not act like the whole thing crashed 50%. Now check this out. In the last 30 days, 617 people close on their home. So yes, even though things have slowed down by 12%, people are still buying houses. You might be wondering right now, okay, Bruno, people are buying houses. Yes, I get it, but are they actually paying full price for those homes? Now that's where it gets interesting, because even though there have been fewer sales, prices have actually gone up. And I'm not talking about a crazy change, but it's 2.5% higher than last year in 2024. Now, the speed of the market, yes, that have also changed. Houses right now are taking 51 days to sell on average, which is about 34% slower than last year. Now that's actually good for you as a home buyer who is watching me from out of the state, because it gives you an advantage in negotiation. Can people still afford to buy a home in Savannah, Georgia? Well, let's take a look at the affordability. Let's say, for example, you want to buy a home under $300,000. What are your chances? Well, the short answer is this: it's getting way harder. But right now, only 13% of the homes in the entire market are under $300,000 and are in living condition. So that means your chances of succeeding, if that's you, it's only 13%. And with rents in Savannah averaging anywhere from $1,700 all the way to $2,200, a lot of people are stuck choosing between renting or having to stretch their budget to buy a house. Now, don't get me wrong, investors are also having a rough time finding deals down here, because with today's interest rates, it's tougher to get cash flow if you buy an investment property. Now, here's what's strange. Even with all of these challenges that I'm talking about, people are still buying in certain places, meaning we have certain areas among the counties that are the best spots to buy right now. So here's the top 4 areas to buy a house in this market right now in 2025 based on data, guys. This is not an opinion. I'm telling you, where are the most people buying right now? Number 1, South Savannah, zip code 31419. Number 2 is Richmond Hill, Georgia, 31324. Number 3, Pooler, Georgia, zip code 31322. And number 4, Port Wentworth, which is 31407. Now, if you're wondering which of those zip codes is the cheapest one and the most expensive one, I got the answer for you. The most expensive one is Richmond Hill, Georgia, because of the school districts. The cheapest one is South Savannah, which is the number 1 in terms of the amount of people buying and moving there, but also is the most affordable. So yes, people are buying, but they're being smarter about where to buy and why. Now, here's something to think about. Not all homes are priced the same, even within this zip codes. Some of them are brand new builds with incentives, and some of them are just resale homes. Now, I'll show you where the best deals in the market right now are coming from and how buyers are saving a lot of money by finding those deals. Let's talk about it. It is by buying a new construction home. Right now, builders are fighting super hard for buyers, okay? They're giving incentives, they're giving money towards closing costs, better interest rates, the best warranties. I'm telling you, they have everything that you're looking for. The best deals, 100%, you find them with new constructions. In some neighborhoods, builders are offering better interest rates. Some other neighborhoods, they give you upgrades like countertops or flooring, or maybe they just put the blinds on the windows for you. There are so many ways to negotiate a better deal with a builder. Now, the best part about dealing with builders is that they're not emotionally attached to the transaction. It's not the same dealing with a company and a group of people than talking and negotiating with a family that's been in that house for 10, 15 years. Now, here's the catch. If you're dealing with a builder, you have to understand this. You have to use their preferred lender or be a cash buyer. You cannot come from out of the state, come here, try to negotiate a deal with a builder by offering less, using whatever lender you want to use, and thinking that you're dealing with a person rather than a company. They have their own policy, their own process, their own contracts. So you have to keep that in mind. Now, a lot of people still ask me, should I wait until prices drop in order to buy, or do you think it's a good time to buy right now? What are your thoughts? So let's look at the bigger picture and see if waiting makes more sense than just buying. It really depends on what your goals are, honestly. Now, here's what the numbers suggest. We have 4 months of inventory, which means it's not a buyer's market or a seller's market. It's pretty balanced. You can find deals if you're lucky, if you're constantly looking in the right places and have the right intentions and know how to talk. Now, at the same time, you have to understand, what do you really want? Are you just buying a house to sell it in the next 2 years, the next 3? Are you just trying to get cash flow? Are you just trying to buy a house as a secondary residence, or you just want to keep it as a rental? Is it an Airbnb? Does that make sense? Like, there are so many things to do with real estate. So that's why when I'm making a video, I always keep that in mind. And also, check this out. A lot of the experts have been saying since 2019, the market is going to crash this year. The market is going to crash. It happened 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. They still are saying the same thing. Nothing has changed. Prices keep going up. People cannot afford homes. So pay attention more to what you want to do compared to the headlines and videos, because people just want to put fear in you, and that's what they do. They just want to get clicks and views. Also remember, people really don't know. Like, they just give you an opinion, they give you an assumption based on some numbers. And at the end of the day, no one really knows with certainty. Whoever tells you, even if it's a realtor, even if it's an economist, that they know exactly what's going to happen, the chances of that being true is almost 0%. So what do all of this mean for you? Well, prices are still going up, but not too much. Homes are taking longer to sell, but buyers are still active. New construction is where you can find the best deals. And you have to understand that if you're looking for homes under $300,000, you only have a 13% chance of succeeding. Now, the bottom line is this: there's not such a thing as waiting for the perfect time to buy or sell a house. It really depends on your goals. So it is about knowing the market and having someone that can help you out, which is where I come in. I'm Luis Bruno. I am a realtor. I've worked in this market for over a decade, and I study it, I research it. I've helped hundreds of people do what you want to do, which is find a great deal down here in Savannah, Georgia. So with that being said, that is my number on the screen. Call me, text me, send me an email if you got any question, and I'll answer it for you. See you next time.